Abdul 25 from Brazil, new Muslim for 6 years, yeah. And I'm here in Egypt, 1 year became Islam. When I became Muslim, it's not something that I was, it's not something that I was looking for, you know. I didn't want to do that. In the beginning, I was just looking to make friends on the internet. And there was this one day that I met a guy from Saudi Arabia, yeah, his name was Gibran, on Skype. And became friends and like, we were just chit-chatting. And there was this one day that he asked me about my religion, and I told him that I was Christian. But in Brazil, when you say that you're Christian, you're not actually Christian. Doesn't mean that you're religious, you know, like to the strict sense of the word. You just say you're Christian out of customs and traditions. I'm Christian, but I don't actually go to the church or anything, yeah? So Gibran started talking about like hell, life after death, and he's kind of saying like, oh, you're going to hell. Why am I going to hell? I'm a good person. Gibran, I thought you were friends. You're not supposed to say that. No, you're going to hell because you're not Muslim. Just because I'm not Muslim? Well, yeah, that's why you're going to hell. No. Now we have to talk about religion. And then, like in this conversation, he gave me dawah. And again, there was this one day that he was like, okay, would you like to become Muslim? I don't know. But there was this, like something inside of me.
Did you find any difficulty at that time to think over Islam?
Yes. Yeah, because I downloaded like an app for the Quran on the App Store. And I just started reading through it, and like the parts that were talking about Jesus were the ones that I was struggling with. Because Jesus is not a God, he's just nothing but a messenger, and blah, blah, blah. And that, it's like there was something inside of me, like yelling at me, you know, like just screaming and shouting, like, no, this is not supposed to be that way. But like, no, let me keep an open mind and keep reading and reading and reading and reading. And the day that Gibran asked me if I wanted to become Muslim, I didn't know if I was...
How long have you been reading to know the truth or the true religion?
Before taking the Shahada?
Yeah.
No, not long. I just remember taking some history, like classes in high school. And in Brazil, you have to learn about religions, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, Hinduism, and blah, 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 you know, Buddhism.
What do they consider Islam? Is it a religion of terrorism?
Their opinion has changed over time, you know, because back then they had a good one. Like Muslims are honest people. Like if you ever want to do business, I remember my teacher saying that if you ever want to do business with someone, do business with Muslims because you're honest. You know, you're never gonna cheat because they fear Allah, and that's it. But these days, because of the media, they have changed their mind. When music...
But based on that, just a second. Do you know that the religion of Islam has spread in Asia and in Africa only not by invading, by the sword? It is only by the honesty of the Muslim people who were dealing, the tradesmen. They were dealing with people of this area, and people saw that they are so honest, so keen to be just, and so they liked that, and they knew that this is the moralities of Islam. In that way, they embraced the Islam, not by the sword.
Yeah. So again, these days, because of the media, their opinion has completely changed. When you say Muslims, they either think of terrorists or the guys who worship the dark box in the middle of the desert. They say that like the Kaaba is an alien box that Muslims worship, you know. But that's pretty much it. Again, when Gibran asked me if I wanted to become Muslim, I didn't know what to say, but something inside of me was just telling me to go along with it, like just say yes and do it, and I did it. So he invited one of his friends into the conversation. We did a 3-way call.
You did it because of it is your final destination, or because you can't find the truth except in that religion.
You know, yeah, I don't know how to explain what that was. It was just something good that I felt inside. You know, do it.
When you read the Quran.
as he was giving me dawah, and after that, I think it began when he was giving me dawah, yeah, and after that I just kept reading it, and then I finished the whole thing in English, obviously, not every, yeah,
Yes.
just the translation. And what we did this three-way call, he invited one of his friends into the conversation. His name was Abdul, also from Saudi. They taught me how to take the Shahada. And I did it, and after that...
No, you memorize some chapters of the Quran, even the smaller ones, shorter ones.
Yes.
How many?
Well, I don't count. I don't know. I've lost track of how many, but I do know like the last ones, you know, because you need it to pray. If you want to pray, yeah. But it was just by myself. I didn't have any teachers or anything because in my city, in Brazil, I was the only Muslim. The only one across the whole place. Everybody else was either Christian, pagan, or atheist. People who don't believe in God or anything. Yeah. So no mosques. In Ramadan, it was just me. Yeah, by myself. Eid was always just me. Fasting was a challenge, especially because people were just eating in front of you. Like dying to have something and just doing that.
And you have to contact the Muslim community at that time to celebrate the Eid and fast Ramadan.
That was a struggle in Brazil because there's almost no Muslim community there. Like
no Muslim community.
We do have some Muslims, but they are few and far between. In some places, if you go to like bigger cities like São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, these places, and you might find like this tiny community there. But at least with me in the beginning, they were not very receptive. So I turned to the English world. I found this website called the New Muslim Academy. They have teachers to teach you like Aqidah, yeah, but just the basics, you know, for new Muslims. Some Tajweed as well. And there, I met some sheikhs from America. And they hooked me up with a Brazilian sheikh who studied with me, and that's when I really started to get into like the Brazilian community. It was through the American ones, but in the beginning I just couldn't make it. But then again, I took my Shahada. Jobran sent me some books from Saudi to Brazil, and then I learned about the 5 pillars, the 6 articles of faith. Learning how to pray was a huge challenge because you have to do it in Arabic. Yeah, so I found like a YouTube channel that teaches you how to do that, like syllable by syllable. And it just goes like that. For you guys, that would be very boring because again, it's super, super slow, you know. But for me, that's really important. Yeah.
Yes.
And then, again, I just kept at it. In the beginning, I was not going to tell my family. I was just, my plan in the beginning was, okay, I had just dropped out of university when that happened, and I was trying to figure out what to do in my life. Maybe I'll just go back to university again, graduate, and after that I'll just move to a different place, and when I'm very far from here, then I'll tell my parents I'm Muslim now. But they found out through one of our Facebook friends. I had like an Egyptian friend, his name is Abdul, and he's friends with my mom on Facebook. And when I became Muslim, he asked me to take a picture holding the Quran and to write about my story. And everybody was sharing that on Facebook, you know? I got a lot of friend requests for that.
This is a point we have that we should know about that. What did you find with the community, your Christian community?
That I didn't like?
Changing your religion.
It's not sincere. They're only Christians on Sundays. They go to the church on Sundays, and then they preach you, like they give you this whole lecture of how you should be a good person and help your brother and sister and blah blah blah. But throughout the rest of the week, they're just regular people like everybody else. Like, not just that, money. It's all about money. They have something called the tithe, I think that's how they say it. Do you know what that means? It's a box that they put like in the service, right in the middle of the church. It's a charity. Yeah, they have 2. One is the Christian zakah, that's like 10% of the salary every month. And then they have this box every Sunday in the church where you're supposed to put money into, you know. And then they try to play like mental games and run away with your mind, saying that if you put money into that box, you're going to be helping in the last cause, that you're going to go to Jannah, and blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people are just naive, and they do that. And that money, while some part of it does go to charity, a lot of it goes to pastors and priests. They talk about being humble, but they live in these mansions with these amazing cars. Some of them have planes and jets and blah blah blah. Okay, this is not sincere. Not for me. I'm gonna keep being Christian, but in my house. I'm not going to the church anymore. And that's when I met Gibran. He got me to Islam. And this pretty much set the whole dominoes in motion for me.
But how did your mother, father, or your family, your small family, they reject that in any way?
Yeah, my mom, especially my mom. She was furious. Again, Abdul Sama shared my post on Facebook, like my picture, this huge picture of her son holding the Quran, and then she sees that my old name was Ariel. Like, whoa! And then she was like just knocking on my door, like, hey, what's wrong? What? Can you explain to me what this picture here means? Well, Mom, I became Muslim. She didn't like it. Like, we had a lot of arguments. Our relationship has changed because of that. She has apologized over time, over the years. She realized that she was wrong, but it's just not the same anymore. Because the things that she invites me to, not just her, but my father, my brothers, sisters, my old friends that are not friends anymore, they're just acquaintances now. Hi, bye, and that's it, you know? It can never be the same.
Of course.
Yeah.
But nobody of them wants to know about Islam, read about it.
My father, he used to be a professor in a university. He used to teach history. And one of his researches was about Islam. So me talking about Islam with my father is like me trying to get blood from a stone, from a rock or something, because he feels like he knows everything already. So when you talk to someone like that, it just doesn't work. My mom, on the other hand, she's fascinated by Jesus, everything Jesus. And I'm like, Mom, Jesus was actually like a messenger, a prophet.
Mortal being.
Yeah, a mortal being. Just look at the way that he used to live his life. He used to pray, so he was praying to himself. Is that what you're saying? And then, stop talking about that. I'm not going to listen to you. And blah, blah, blah. I believe in Jesus, and nobody's going to change my belief. And, okay, fine. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. I don't talk to 3 of them. And the younger one is 20 only, so he doesn't care about religion that much. My old friends, I try giving them dawah, but they don't like religion either. So I just left them, and I was just, like, again, there in my room for 6 years. 6 years, me in my room, learning about Islam, making friends on the internet. That's when I met the guy. I don't know if you guys know Ahlan, but Ahlan is a dawah organization. Yeah. So in 2015, I met someone from Ahlan. Again, just became friends. For some reason, they liked me. Yeah. And it's just like talking for all these years. And in the beginning of this one, they were like, Abdul Majid, why don't you come to Egypt? Okay, maybe that, because I was thinking about making hijrah already. I just wanted to get away from there, because life there is not easy. Almost nothing there is halal, you know? You go to a restaurant, you find pork and alcohol in almost everything. You buy a toothpaste, there might be pork there. You go to a drugstore and you buy like a pill, it might be made from gelatin, which is made from pork. Brazil, yeah. Like you buy freaking cereal, like cornflakes, and there might be pork there. Almost everything. So I was living as a nabati. You see nabati? Yeah. Nabati in Brazil. Not easy, because it was not nabati, like actually, yeah. What else? People, I started to give dawah on YouTube. I used to have a channel with thousands of followers. But then that just gave me a lot of headaches, because I started getting like threat messages. If I ever see you on the street, I'm gonna kill you. Why don't you go back to your country? You know, I was born here. This is my country. And hey, and all of that. And I'm like, okay, I was just not feeling home anymore. And then when the Egyptian bros invited me over, I was like, okay, that's my chance. I'm just leaving everything behind and I'm coming. And I did it. And I'm here. And honestly, I know that I might have to come back, but if you ask me if I want to do it, no. You guys have problems here, and I know that. But being Muslim here feels like heaven compared to being Muslim there. If you're just a tourist and you travel to Brazil, you might not notice that. But if you stay there, like living for good, then you see what I'm saying. It's really not easy. Some sisters, when they're on the street, some guys in São Paulo pull off their hijabs. Like, take off that thing. Why aren't you feeling hot or anything? Like, what's wrong? It's just me in my life, you know? It's very intrusive.
If someone has any question to ask, please do.
What do you like most about Islam? It's you and God and nothing else. Nothing in between. You know? You don't need a priest, you don't need a pastor, you don't need to give money to go to Jannah. Yeah? It's just you and God, and that's as personal as it gets. Yeah? You don't need any intermediates in between. So whereas there, it's always, you have to confess your sins to the priest, or
we don't have that in Islam.
Give money and go to Jannah.
Always go to God directly.
Accept Jesus as your Lord and go to Jannah, and that's pretty much it. You know, not for me. I just came here, and I'm happy.
You still persist on your religion.
Inshallah, inshallah.
And you will be a good example for those who want to embrace Islam. And you see that the religion of Islam is actually the true religion of God. So congratulations. This is late congratulations. 6 years late. But congratulations, you follow the true religion of Islam, and we will be at your disposal in anything. By the way, do you adopt some occupation,
here. Now I work as a translator. As I said, I dropped out of university, like right in the middle, and I didn't know what to do. So it's just like working as a freelancer on the internet, although my parents do send me money from Brazil, and I don't actually have to do it, you know. But I think it's good to just have a job and say that you're doing something, because otherwise people think that you're a bum, like a slacker. Yeah, so I'm just working as a translator for Ahlan, Dawa, yeah?
Yes.
English, Portuguese, and now I'm learning Arabic, inshallah. I'll be working with that in the future. Inshallah.
أي سؤال تاني؟
خلاص؟ Okay.
Thanks very much. Thank you very much.